American people.
Well, first of all, it is my honor and joy to be on the stage, sharing the stage with so many extraordinary leaders. Chairwoman Barragan has been traveling the country doing this work of ensuring that we are on the road and feet on the ground, making sure that we are listening and responding to the needs of the people. And the Congresswoman, I mean, you are an extraordinary leader. I have seen you in the halls of Congress when the cameras are on, when they are off, and you are always fighting for the people of this district. And I thank you for your friendship and your leadership. Thank you. Thank you. So I started a college tour at the beginning, in September, to go out and meet with our college-age leaders. And so there were colleges and universities, also community colleges, and also trade schools, college-aged. And let me start by saying I love Gen Z. I love Gen Z. So think about this. Okay, first of all, it's going to be humbling for many of us when you remember or realize that someone who is 18 now was born in 2005. And when you think then about their life experience in the context of what is at stake in our country, they've only known the climate crisis. They witnessed George Floyd being killed. They suffered through an historic pandemic where they lost significant phases of their educational experience and socialization. They have witnessed the highest court in our land take a constitutional right that had been recognized. They have endured active shooter drills for most of their primary education. And so what I have found and learned is that they, on each and every one of these issues, are not going to be satisfied until things are done. Because for them, it's not intellectual or academic, it is a lived experience. And I say that then to tell you, I'm so excited about who they are and their leadership and what they are doing to inspire those of us who have been around a little longer. And so the college tour, I named it the Fight for Our Freedoms Tour. Recognizing that right now in our country, Texas being ground zero on some of these issues, there is, I believe, an intentional, full-on attack against so many of our hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. And so talking then with these young leaders about what I would say to them at the end, which is, you know, it doesn't have to be this way. I think it's something for us to all remember. It doesn't have to be this way. But what we have seen in states across our country, including here, full-on attack on the freedom to have access to the ballot, on the freedom to make decisions about one's own body and not have government tell them what to do, the freedom people should have from fear, be it gun violence or hate or bigotry, the freedom that people should have to be able to love who they love and with pride, the freedom to just be, to just be. And so traveling the country, talking with these young leaders about what we must do to organize, to activate, to build coalition. There's so many leaders here. And I know I'm preaching to the choir when we know that some of the best fights that we have had for freedoms has been because we have built community and coalition, understanding that in the midst of these so-called leaders who are trying to create division in our country, that we are strongest when we bring people together, recognizing the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And so this is what I'm seeing around the country, and I will tell you, in the midst of being very clear-eyed about what's at stake and the attacks, I'm also very optimistic about who we are and what we are capable of doing.